Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Revenue Engine. In our last episode, we talked about the founder's dilemma, the fear of investing in marketing. We broke down the why behind that fear and how to reframe your thinking. Today, we are going to get tactical. We are going to give you the how. We are diving into one of the most powerful and often most misunderstood tools in B2B world called email. A lot of founders and sales leaders I talk to have a bad taste in their mouth from cold email. They tried it once, sent out a few hundred emails, got no replies, and decided it's just spam. They tell me cold email is that, it doesn't work. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not true. Cold email is not that, bad cold email is that. The problem isn't the channel, it's the approach. You can't just buy a list, hit send, and expect a flood of replies. The companies that are successfully using cold email to generate predictable revenue are not using magic. They are using a repeatable, strategic process that is part art and part science. They understand that to get a reply, you have to be a human, you have to be relevant, and you have to be helpful. Today, we are going to break down that exact process. We are going to give you a roadmap for a cold email campaign that actually works, starting with the most overlooked part, the technical setup. Before you write a single word of your email, you have to make sure it's going to get where it needs to go, the inbox. This is the most important part, and it's where most people fail before they even start. If your email doesn't land in the inbox, your brilliant copy is worthless. In this video, I will not talk about list building because there are a lot of resources there. The first thing you need to do is identify your target company's email providers. Are they on Google Workspace, Microsoft Outlook, Zoho, or something else? Why does this matter? Because email providers are constantly watching for suspicious activity. If you are a Google user sending a mass email campaign to a list of companies that are all on Microsoft, it looks strange. It's more likely to be flagged as spam. So the first step is to check your lead list and understand the technical makeup of your target audience. You can use tools like Instantly that will show you what percentage of your list is using Google, Microsoft, Zoho, or something else. If, for example, 75% of your list is on Microsoft, your outbound campaigns should align with this. You should use Microsoft inboxes more than Google inboxes. You are building trust from a technical standpoint. This also ties into Sunday reputation. Think of it like a credit score for your email address. Every email you send affects that score. If you are using a brand new email address and immediately start blasting hundreds of emails, your emails will go straight to the spam folder. That's why you need to always warm up your inboxes. You have to build that reputation over time by sending and receiving a normal volume of emails before you start a large campaign. This isn't the fun part of marketing, it's the behind the scenes work. But I promise you, if you get this right, you have a solid foundation for everything that comes next. Okay, the technical part is done. Your email is going to land in their inbox. Now, how do you make them open it? And more importantly, reply to it. And the number one rule here is personalization. But I'm not talking about some cheesy AI generated personalization, something like, hey, I saw your post on LinkedIn. Hey, I saw you were a guest in that podcast. I'm talking about understanding your audience on a human level. A CEO and head of engineering in the same company have completely different priorities. A CEO cares about revenue and efficiency. They need to know how you can impact the bottom line. A head of engineering cares about solving technical challenges and saving time for their team. You have to craft your message to speak directly to their pain points. The message that resonates with a purchasing manager will not work for a VP of sales. You have to craft your email to the specific title and persona you are reaching out to. And this all starts with your very first line. The intro is the most important part of your email because its only job is to get the reader to read the second line. If you don't hook them in the first line, they are gone. I have found two types of intro lines work incredibly well. First, you can use humor. You need to be clever, not generic. Find something funny that's a real pain point in their industry. This approach works because it breaks the pattern. They get 100 cold emails a day that all sound the same. Your goal is to be the one that makes them smile, that makes them think, okay, this is different, this person gets it. We had a client who sells software to logistic companies and we use this intro line. Hey, first name, I lost a pallet of bananas, you look like a more reasonable person. Sounds crazy, right? But losing a pallet of Product like banana is a real and a frustrating problem in that industry. The humor was unexpected. It was a joke that only someone in their world would get, and it showed we understood their pain points. We got a 15% reply rate on that campaign, and most of the replies were positive. Second, you can use a direct question. Remember, B2B decision makers are busy. They are doing business on email. They don't have time for fluff. You can get right to the point by asking a direct question about the problem you solve. This works because you are immediately showing empathy. You are saying, I know you have this problem and I'm here to talk about it. We use this line for a client that helps companies who get their businesses from bidding on RFQs or requests for quotes. The problem is that it's a competitive process. If you are filling RFQs every time, you just compete on price. Our first line was just this. Hey, first name, are you getting tired of winning new clients by bidding on RFQs? Let me read again. Hey, first name, are you getting tired of winning new clients by bidding on RFQs? That's it. We got a 50% reply rate and 90% of those replies were yes. Why? Because we directly addressed their biggest frustration. We didn't waste their time. Once you have that solid intro, the rest of the email should be short and to the point. No long paragraphs about your company history or your mission statement. The body of the email should be about your recipient's problem, not your product. State your value proposition in a single sentence with a clear, simple call to action. Don't give them 5 different options, give them one. Are you open to a 50-minute chat 10 a.m. Monday or Tuesday next week? You can't just send one email and expect results. The average prospect needs to see your message multiple times. If you are reaching out small businesses, you get answers from first or maximum the second email. But if you are targeting medium and enterprise level companies, you need to send 3, 4, 5, sometimes 7 emails. That's why you need to build a sequence of 3 to 5 emails at least. But each email should have a different angle. If you send the same exact email 5 times, you are just being annoying. You have to add new value with each touch point. So first email, you can use humor or direct question, introduction. Second email, you can use a social proof. Third email, you can offer a value. You can send them a case study. You can send them a white paper. You can send them a video. That proves that you can solve their problem. You are not asking for anything. You are giving them a resource. In the fourth email, you can talk about another problem. And the fifth email can be brief, final attempt to connect. As you start getting a feel for what works, it's time to optimize. You have to be A/B testing. You can test different intros, subject lines, call to action, and even the angle of your follow-up emails. One thing you need to be careful with is syntax. That's when you use a tool to slightly change every email so it's not identical. But if you are using syntaxes and also at the same time if you are running A/B testing, you have to make sure you are isolating the variables you are testing to get clean data and not just adding random variations. Finally, let's talk about the ethical part. This is non-negotiable. Always, always, always give people a way to opt out. You can either include a formal unsubscribe link or simply add a note at the end of your email. This builds trust, shows respect to their time, and is essential for maintaining a positive sender reputation, also a healthy business relationship. So there you have it. Cold email isn't magic. It's a combination of a solid technical foundation and a deep understanding of your customer and a simple direct message. Stop using generic templates and start focusing on your audience's problems. If you can master this, you can turn a simple email into a powerful revenue engine for your business. I hope this episode gives you the confidence to start your own cold email campaigns. I'm Umut and this is Revenue Engine.